Yujiro versus Garou has been a matchup talked about since Garou has been mentioned among the ranks of the best martial artists in anime. Whether this is true or not is irrelevant, since today's topic will focus on who wins between Yujiro and Garou, along with how the top tiers in the Bakiverse will compare against him. Before I get into depth, I want to just remind everyone to subscribe, leave a like, and of course comment if you do enjoy this type of video. Post notifications are also important if you want to be recommended or suggested these videos in the future. Kicking this video off, let's look at how human Garou would fare against current Yujiro. I think in this scenario, it's best to compare Yujiro to Tank Top Master when he fought Garou, but with way higher martial arts prowess and arguably higher durability. Garou and Yujiro would confront one another. It would likely begin with Garou holding back the same way he did versus Tank Top. After experiencing Yujiro's overwhelming strength, Garou would resort to his martial art. I do believe Garou can survive any of Yujiro's casual attacks, since at peak, feat-wise, Yujiro is barely town level off of his earthquake feat. Anyways, once Garou breaks out his water fist, the fight can go either way. You see, Garou isn't the only fighter who could copy martial arts styles in an instant. Although Yujiro is shown to be against it, I'm sure he would resort to using water fist just to piss Garou off or to flex his ego. On top of this, Yujiro has a lot of techniques that can throw Garou's senses off mid-fight, making it a lot harder for him to attack and make one of his high AP attacks land to begin with. Regardless, Garou's water stream should work on Yujiro, and if one of his strikes lands, it will prove detrimental to Yujiro even if he is somehow stronger due to how water stream even works to begin with. Keep in mind, a weakened human Garou fought Genos, who at his weakest evaporated an entire mountainside with his cannon. This would put his AP massively above any of Yujiro's defensive feats shown in series. Due to this, I'd say human Garou has a 9 out of 10 chance of winning with low difficulty. Even with a ×2 multiplier of the demon back, Yujiro just lacks the feats to overcome Garou's raw strength and the power of his defensive technique. We've seen Yujiro's techniques and strength matched due to other defensive techniques in the past, so this should be no different from a younger and frankly higher potential fighter. So let's say the entire Bakiverse is matched against human Garou in an effort to take him out. I think it's safe to say that Garou fighting what is essentially a bunch of heroes at the same time, some being A or S class in terms of strength, would be impossible for him. He's been harmed and hurt by A class and B class heroes in the past, so this would probably prove no different. The only reason Garou won to the assault with the A and B class heroes is because he knew all their attacks to begin with. In this case, he wouldn't have that intel and would likely fall victim to things like the Whip Strike, which negates their ability, Shayori and Aiki, which reflect attacks, and Poison Hand, along with many other techniques. Of course, I'm being a little bit generous to the Bakiverse since I'm not discussing things like speed, but I don't find it far-fetched to think Garou can't withstand these fighters all at once without intel. Now, Monster Garou, the one who fought Orochi, would be a completely different story. He would decimate the entire verse with ease. This Garou is able to contend with demon level monsters who are all threats to cities, as well as survive fighting the Monster King and even continue fighting with a hole in his abdomen. This former Garou would likely have developed resistance to poison due to his adaptation and growth, and is shown to be resistant to electricity, high pressure water attacks, and intense heat and flames. There's no technique, speed feat, attack potency, and defense that will allow the Bakiverse to inflict any significant damage on Garou. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I didn't go too in depth on everything I could have talked about in terms of Yujiro, but I just don't think there's any real point in doing so when it's a clear stomp in Garou's favor in most cases. Now, like I said, if the entire verse were to dogpile on Garou, I don't think he would win a fight like that. But as soon as he gets his monster transformation, which he arguably would once he's weakened enough by them, they're not going to be able to stop him, because from there he just is going to continue to adapt. Even if we give them the win via KO, they wouldn't be able to KO his monster form just due to him outscaling them entirely. If you want to see another video on this, or maybe even a more in-depth video on Yujiro versus Garou, maybe a weaker form of Garou, or just a longer video of just the two, leave a like, and of course leave a comment telling me what you enjoyed or what I could change in the future. It's your boy Zeref signing off. Peace. Thanks for watching.